You ever stumble across something online that feels like it shouldn't exist? Like a piece of lost media that was never meant to be found? That's what playing the Backrooms 1998 feels like. A cursed VHS tape that somehow came to life and decided you were next. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep, and I mean deep, into one of the most disturbing and brilliantly immersive horror experiences ever crafted by an indie developer, the Backrooms 1998. This is the brainchild of Steel Krill Studio, a small independent developer known for twisting the found footage horror genre into something that feels painfully real. They're the minds behind other creepy titles like The Man from the Window and Haunted Investigation. But the Backrooms 1998 is where they hit a whole new level of psychological horror brilliance. It's not just a game. It's a waking nightmare you can't shut off. So let's start at the beginning. It's 1998. You're just a random kid with a cheap camcorder, filming a typical day with your friends. The lighting is harsh, the audio is bad, and everything feels so authentically late 90s it's almost nostalgic. Until it isn't. Because in one moment while filming you slip. You trip. You fall. And you clip through reality itself. That's right, you've not clipped into a place you were never supposed to be. A labyrinth of damp, endless yellow rooms, filled with the faint smell of mildew and the hum of fluorescent lights that never turn off. Is the Backrooms, a place that lives between worlds, between memories, between sanity and madness. And the game wastes zero time making sure you understand that you are completely, utterly alone. From the moment you hit record, you're inside a found footage film. There's no tutorial, no heads-up display, no guidance. Just your shaky camcorder, your breathing, and the eerie realization that this place is not empty. The first thing that hits you is the sound. That persistent hum of the lights becomes almost hypnotic. It's the same pitch, the same volume, constant, endless, until you start to wonder if you're actually hearing something else beneath it. Is that whispering? Or are your ears just starting to break under the pressure? It's one of those games that messes with your mind before anything even jumps out at you. You'll start talking to yourself, pausing to listen, second-guessing what's real. The tension builds until even silence feels deafening. And that's what Steel Krill Studio does so well. It's not the jump scares that get you. It's the anticipation. Every corner you turn feels like it might be your last. The corridors all look the same, but somehow they aren't. Subtle differences in wallpaper stains, flickering lights, or ceiling cracks make you constantly feel disoriented. You start mapping the rooms in your head, but the map keeps changing. And then, just when you think you've learned the layout, you hear something behind you. Footsteps. Slow. Wet. Heavy. They echo through the hall, and suddenly, every nerve in your body is on alert. You stop breathing. You stop moving. You just listen. And the moment you take one step forward, the sound stops too. That's when you realize, whatever's in here knows you're here. Now, one of the most brilliant mechanics in the Backrooms 1998 is its use of your real microphone. Yes, the game listens to you. If you breathe too loud, whisper, or even make a noise in your room, the game picks it up, and the creature stalking you reacts to it. It's an absolutely genius feature that turns your own fear into gameplay. You're not just pretending to be quiet, you have to be quiet. That's when you realize this game isn't just about surviving. It's about controlling yourself. The creature designs are purposely vague and nightmarish. You rarely get a full look at them, which makes them so much worse. They're humanoid but not quite human, like something broken trying to remember what a person looks like. They flicker through the camera feed, appearing in the corner of your vision or reflected in puddles. Sometimes you'll hear them mumbling words, distorted like old radio static, as if they're imitating human speech. You want to look away but you can't, because if you do you might miss your only warning. And when the chase finally begins, the camera shaking, the lights dimming, your breath ragged, it's pure panic. No cinematic QuickTime events, no power-ups, no guns. Just you sprinting through an endless maze of rotting carpet and yellow walls, praying you can find somewhere to hide before whatever's chasing you gets close enough to touch. Visually, the game is deceptively simple, but that simplicity is intentional. The repeating yellow wallpaper, the flickering lights, the occasional glitching textures. All of it creates a sense of claustrophobia and repetition that's impossible to escape. It looks like the same room over and over, but somehow, every hallway feels different. And that's what makes the atmosphere so effective. It's this illusion of safety, that maybe if you just turn one more corner you'll find the exit. But you never do. It's the ultimate liminal nightmare. That space between dream and reality where everything looks almost familiar but feels terribly wrong. Let's talk about the story, or rather, the fragments of it. Throughout the game you find hints, recordings, bloodied notes, and disturbing scribbles on the walls. Some talk about missing people. Others mention strange experiments. You might even come across names or photos that suggest others were trapped here long before you. It's not a linear story. It's a puzzle told through glimpses, clues hidden in the environment, distorted voices on the tape, half-buried memories that piece together a tragedy you can barely comprehend. You start to realize the backrooms aren't just random architecture. They might be something alive, something ancient, something feeding on fear itself. Maybe the people who vanished here didn't die, maybe they became part of it. What really drives the experience, though, is the found footage presentation. Everything you see is filtered through the camcorder lens. The image wobbles, blurs, and occasionally cuts out. Sometimes the tape distorts like it's struggling to process what it's seeing, like even technology rejects the backroom's existence. And that's what makes it feel real. It's not polished. It's not clean. It feels authentic. When you rewatch the footage in your mind, it's like remembering a dream you wish you could forget, because it feels like something that actually happened. Now, technically speaking, the game isn't without flaws. There are moments when the VHS filter can make navigation tough, or when the frame drops during intense sequences. But honestly, that roughness adds to the charm. The glitches, the static, even the occasional awkward animation. It all contributes to the illusion that this isn't a polished production. It's a recovered tape. Something discovered in a dusty box marked, "Do not watch." And that's exactly how it should feel. Steel Krill Studio deserves major credit for how much emotion and immersion they pulled off with such a small team. Every scream, every echo, every shadow feels handcrafted. There's a genuine passion behind it, not just to scare but to immerse. This isn't a horror game made for cheap thrills. It's a psychological experiment on what fear really means when you strip away weapons, health bars, and checkpoints. It's you, fragile, human, and completely vulnerable, trying to hold on to your sanity in a place that refuses to make sense. And the ending, without spoiling anything, it hits hard. You start to realize that the backrooms might not just be a physical space. It might be a manifestation of guilt, trauma, or punishment. It's open to interpretation, and that's what makes it so powerful. Everyone walks away with a different theory. Was it real? Was it a dream? Were you the first to fall here, or just the latest name on a long list? Whatever the answer is, the game leaves you unsettled long after the credits roll. Because even when it's over, you still hear that buzzing in your ears. You still see those yellow walls when you close your eyes. And deep down, part of you wonders, what if the backrooms are real? So, should you play it? If you're into jump-scare-heavy, fast-paced horror, this might not be your thing. But if you crave atmosphere, immersion, and the kind of dread that gets under your skin and refuses to leave, the Backrooms 1998 is a must. Play it alone, in the dark, with headphones. And whatever you do, don't speak too loudly. Because in this game, you're being listened to. Literally. Alright everyone, that's gonna wrap it up for today's deep dive. If you enjoyed this review, or if you want me to cover more horror games like this one, make sure to hit that like button, drop a comment letting me know what game should haunt me next, and of course subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps the channel grow, and lets me keep exploring these eerie, twisted worlds so you don't have to. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and whatever you do, don't go wandering the yellow halls alone.